Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are on the third episode of this 2022 year. I don't know if you know this, but I don't really go off a script. I just like to free form talk, express myself. And today I want to dedicate this video to changes. If you've seen my first video of this year, where I am introducing myself again to the YouTube world because I did take a break, I did mention that 2021 was a year of change. It really was. I grew so much as a person, and I think that year definitely brought the most change, the biggest changes, and all at once. I don't know if that happened to you, but it happened to me. I think the biggest thing of all was that a year prior, so like during the pandemic, I went through a really intense spiritual awakening. I don't know if you've heard of what that is, if you've experienced one yourself. If you haven't, I ask that you don't judge. I know everyone has different views on life, faith, spirituality, religion, and it's all valid. I think it's all valid, and I'm very loving and accepting of people where they are in their life, and I don't judge. So I just ask that if you do see things differently from mine, just accept it. It's okay. And yeah, so I'm just sharing my truth. I did go through a very intense spiritual awakening. I've learned that it doesn't have to be the case for everyone for it to be intense to go through an awakening, but for me it was very difficult. I had a lot of ego death. I mean, not a lot of it. That's what happens during an awakening, is your ego dies. So the person you created yourself to be dies, and you become more conscious. I mean, you elevate to a higher conscious level than you were before. And it's scary. You feel like you're alone. You feel like, whatever. That can be a whole separate video if you want me to go into that. I don't think I am the most qualified person to talk about all these spiritual terms and things because I'm learning. I just dipped my toe into it. And it wasn't intentional. That's something that I will share with you if you don't know anything about it. It's not intentional. It's like on a soul level it is, but not on this like human level. It just kind of happened. My soul pushed me into that direction, and I went through my awakening. It was very difficult. It was very intense, very painful, but it is what morphed me and shaped me into the person I am today. And I love the person I am today because I genuinely do try and radiate everything out of love. I try to see circumstances and just life through love, and seeing the intention or the higher purpose behind it. So all of that having been said, I think that's how you say that, I want to talk about changes because we all go through changes in life, and it's normal. And here's the thing, it's going to happen always. You might be going through something now in your life, and then once you get through it, you're like, oh my God, I hope this never happens ever again in my life. But the truth is, we are like snakes. Okay, honey, we are like snakes in the sense that we shed our skin. In the same way that a snake sheds its skin, we shed who we used to be, who we are, who we used to be, and like we always grow into a new version of ourselves. And change is inevitable. It's going to happen, but that's why I try to bring so much love into this channel. And I literally, my last video was a video on affirmations, because I think the more you value taking care of yourself and healing yourself and protecting yourself and just being really in tune with yourself, you create your inner bubble in a healthy way. That's what's going to help you confront life, because change is inevitable. And I really want to stress that. So yeah, let's just get into it. The first thing I would recommend to anybody that is experiencing change, is not even a change, but just for personal growth, is become self-aware and really prioritize you. Okay, so I think, and you've heard me say this in my other videos, but the most important thing is becoming self-aware, because that is how you grow and that is how you heal. So if you don't know how to become self-aware, I think the best thing is to question life, question things, ask yourself why. I think that is the most important question we can ever ask, is why. Why do I feel this way? Why do I put up with this behavior? Why do I feel low about myself? Why do I feel uncomfortable when somebody compliments me? Why do I feel anxious when I'm in this situation? Why? Why? I think that is the most powerful way to become self-aware. Ask questions. And another thing that helps me when I'm going through changes, it's knowing that everything is intentional. If we really want to take it to a spiritual level, like talking about our souls and stuff, I am a big believer that our soul has chosen experiences and people to manifest in this life for us and our soul's evolution to grow. And again, I know people think things differently, and that's totally fine. This is how I see it and how it resonates with me and my soul. And learning that has helped me understand that, like, you know, when people go through things, when I go through things, it's literally so intentional. And one thing I will say is that things do work out for our benefit. Things do work out for our soul's evolution. As long as we're just doing things from a good heart. I tell people, you don't have to have all the right answers. You don't have to have a blueprint for your life. You just have to act out of, you know, kindness, or out of a good heart, with a good heart. And as long as you are just coming from a place with good intentions, not having to be someone, not having to like offer things or anything, just show up with a good heart and things will work out. Like I said, I went through a lot of changes. Like, my family dynamic changed. I moved by myself. I went from not having to pay rent to having to pay an insane amount of rent, because living in Miami is ridiculous. And then changing as a person, you know, I was so clear on who I wanted to be. I saw myself as this artist, and I'm not saying that that can't happen anymore, but I was going from a place where I felt so clear about what I wanted to then spending a time where I just felt kind of in a loop. I felt kind of in the air. I felt like I was in a void. I felt like I didn't really know what I was doing. And that comes with, like, when you are raised in a, at least for me personally, I always felt the need to know what I was gonna do. I always felt the need to be doing something. And then, like, from going to someone who was very clear on what they wanted to then evolving to someone who was just more open to life and letting life surprise them and being open, it could be uncomfortable. And just being okay with yourself and letting life surprise you, letting things happen, and just showing up with a good heart and good intentions. I think those are the keys to getting through change. And I just want to encourage you, if you're going through change, it's for your good. I promise it's for your good. It could feel difficult. I want you to know that you are strong to get through your change, okay? But it's helping you grow. You cannot grow if you're just stuck in how things are. And your soul will push you when you need to be pushed, and it will always do it with the most love possible. So I love you. I encourage you. Change is okay. Get excited that things are changing, because things always end up better in the end, I promise. So I love you. Thank you for watching this video on change and hearing me talk about things that I feel like are helpful during these seasons of change. And well, I hope that it really helped you, and I hope that you can send this to somebody if you feel like they could benefit from hearing this. So I love you again. Thank you for watching this video. Please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you so much.